first person to guess what state I'm in, I'm going to send you this Islam Makhachev holo card. You must be in the United States and you must be subscribed to me. So if you win, if you guess the state right, I'm going to reply to your comment with my Twitter account and say you won. Please respond so I can send you the card. There's been a couple people that won cards. I haven't been able to send them the cards they won because they haven't responded. So respond when I reply to you, you won. Hey man, this time I hope Dana White actually announces the UFC 300 headliner. There's been a few times that he said he's going to announce it, and he didn't announce it. Now, of course, a couple days ago, he said behind the scenes, things are falling apart. Like, he said it's a mess. He said it's so crazy that he could actually make a documentary on this whole UFC 300 headliner situation. Check this out. He just did an interview with Kevin Iole, and he gave us a date that he's going to announce the UFC 300 main event. Check this out.
And then last thing, like, what is your anticipation of the main event? Like, do you feel like, is there, John Jones came out the other day and said it wasn't going to be him. Today, Hamzat said he wasn't fighting on 300. When, so it's eliminating a lot of guys. When do you think you'll have it narrowed down, and any hints you can give us?
Yeah, I'll probably announce it. Maybe I'll announce it at the press conference this weekend.
All right. Well, that'll be fun. UFC pre-fight or post-fight press conference? You're going to make us wait
Post.
till after? Post-fight. Okay. UFC 298. You got to tune into the post. Not only do you have to tune into the fight card to see Alexander Volkanovski, now you got to watch the press conference to get the big announcement. Dana, you're the best. Thank you, brother.
So the UFC 300 main event is going to be Belal Muhammad versus Leon Edwards, man. I know a lot of people don't want that, but that's a huge possibility, Doug. That's a huge possibility. And you heard Dana White right there. He's going to announce the 300 main event at the post-fight press conference of UFC 298. And UFC 298, if you don't know, it's on February 17th. It's this Saturday. It's a massive card, massive main event. Volkanovski versus Ilia Topuria. But I hope he actually announces that UFC 298. And I don't know how much you guys have been keeping up with this whole UFC 300 mess, but a couple days ago, Dana White was on the Full Send podcast, and they asked him about the UFC 300 main event, and he said, I don't know who it is yet, I don't have it yet, and it's a mess behind the scenes. He said it's so crazy that they can make a documentary out of it. And he also said that who he wants as the main event, who he wishes the main event to be, it's a big possibility that it won't even be that. And whoever the fans think is going to be the UFC main event, there's a big possibility that it's going to be the opposite. Now, I'm pretty sure he means, even Chael Sonnen said it in his video, I'm pretty sure he means that he's offered a bunch of fighters and a lot of them have said no. A lot of them have said no. And I'm not going to lie, man. I'm like, if I were to put money on it, if someone says, hey, put all your bank account on who you think is going to be the UFC 300 main event, I will put the whole $13.14 that's on my bank account on Leon Edwards versus Belal Muhammad. I don't want that fight as the main event, and a lot of people don't want it. Like, you see it on Twitter the whole time, all the time. They're like, as long as it's not Belal Muhammad versus Leon Edwards, that fight is a must. I need to see that fight. That's Belal Muhammad it should be the next one up, but in my opinion and many people's opinion, Belal Muhammad versus Leon Edwards as the UFC 300 main event, that's a disappointment, man. You know this, I know this, a lot of people know this. Now, Conor McGregor said he's going to be back in June. Is he trolling? He always trolls. Who knows? And there's been a lot of fighters that have teased that they're on UFC 300. It's like they just throw like little teases and stuff on their social media. Like Izzy did it, right? Alex Pereira did it a couple times. I think even Tom Aspinall did it. And Nate Diaz has even done it. Nate Diaz even said UFC 300. Now, no one knows, bro. No one knows. Dana White doesn't even know. Like he said a couple days ago. Now, does he know today? Who knows, dog? He's saying he's going to announce it at the UFC 298 post-fight press conference, but I truly think it's going to be Leon Edwards versus Belal Muhammad. Now, yesterday, at the Ariel Helwani on his show said that he's hearing from his sources or something that the main fight that UFC like the one that UFC wants to put it, or like the closest one, is Khamzat Chimaev versus Leon Edwards. And to me, that fight makes absolute no sense, bro. That fight makes no sense. At 170, Khamzat Chimaev left welterweight because he can't make 170. And right after Ariel Helwani said that, someone commented on Khamzat's Instagram post, "Hey, I hope you're the UFC 300 main event." And Khamzat replied, said, "No, I'm not fighting on Ramadan." Okay, so he said no. He said no. Like I said, Conor McGregor has said June. Who else is there, bro? Could it be DDP and Izzy? There's a big possibility. I don't remember Dricus du Plessis saying he's not going to be on UFC 300. I actually remember him right after the Sean Strickland fight. He did a podcast. He said, "I could be ready." Something, I could be wrong. Could it be DDP Izzy? Yeah, it can. But I think it could also be Alex Pereira and someone else. Alex Pereira and so on. Like, I don't think Alex Pereira has said no. He doesn't. He keeps teasing it. I don't think Izzy has said no. Israel Adesanya has said no. I don't know if DDP has said no. I don't think he has. But Khamzat said no. Conor McGregor said June. Who else is there, bro? Like, it's just like, look, bro. I think it's going to be Bilal Muhammad and Leon Edwards. I hope not, bro. I hope not. I hope Dana White announces a crazy banger, bro. But what's a crazy banger? Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz? That's a crazy. I know it's not a title fight, but that's a crazy fight, right? I just hope he actually announces the UFC 300 main event at the UFC 298 post-fight press conference, and I hope it's a freaking banger, dog. I just hope it's not Bilal Muhammad and Leon Edwards. But let me know what you think of this in the comments, man. Who do you think the UFC 300 main event is going to be? Let me know what you think of this in the comments, and it'll mean the world to me if you like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the noti. Thank you so much for watching.